Hey guys, just a quick update. So the Discord server has been live for 24 hours now, or just a little under 24 hours. We already have a bunch of people that have signed up. In fact, our most popular tier level has only one slot open left based on the time that I'm making this video. So if you are on the fence or even thinking about getting in the Discord server, now is your time, because if you don't get in now, as more and more people get involved and this channel gets more popular, the price is only going to keep going up. So this is your opportunity to lock in a low price and get in the Discord server and chat and discuss trades with other knowledgeable, serious traders, and hopefully we can all make money together. Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back here with a rough day in the market. I mean, look at all this red on the heat map. I'm willing to bet all of Theta Gang is looking a little rough right now, unless you had some call credit spreads on, because the whole market just sold off all day long and it is going to be a rough night. Sit tight, because I can already tell you today is going to be a long video, because I have a lot of positions that I may need to manage depending on what happens tomorrow. I am really hoping for a rebound green day going into the long weekend. And if that happens, I might be okay to kind of just hang on to my positions and hopefully ride them to max profit, or at least some profit. But my concern is right now, I am in the money on a couple of my positions. So there's a high chance, based on where this market closed this afternoon, that I may get assigned some shares tomorrow if I don't roll them out. But let's talk them through one by one. Let's see what my options are, what my thoughts are in terms of what I may want to do tomorrow, and just kind of explain my thought process. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with Space or Virgin Galactic. This is actually the only one of my 4 tickers that I'm playing right now that is not giving me any grief, because right now I own 200 shares of Virgin Galactic at a cost basis of $19, not accounting for any of the premiums that I've collected along the way. So I had some 19 strike covered calls that I sold on Virgin Galactic. I sold them for $31, and they are currently trading. As you can see, Robinhood does not allow you to trade 0-day expiration options, so it's looking at the option date for the following Friday. But I can tell you, looking at my platform, that they are currently trading for about 2 cents. So I sold them for 31 cents. So I am over 95% profitable on the space covered calls. And at this point, I'm just going to ride them to max expiration tomorrow, and then think about opening more 19 strike covered calls for the following Friday, just to get more premium and hopefully at some point get my shares called away. The one nice thing about today, in that it was such a big red day, is that the volatility index, or VIX, went up. I mean, the past few days and weeks, VIX has been really low relatively to where it's been. It's been in the 21, 22 range, maybe even as low as 20 some days. VIX shot up to the 30s today. So that means the premiums overall went up. So for Theta Gang people like us that like to sell premiums or sell options, that means if you open up new positions now, you're going to collect potentially more premium than if you open them up, let's say, a few days ago. So that's the one silver lining about having a really big red day, is that VIX goes up. So Theta Gang really flourishes in times like that because premiums go up with it. So I'm not going to have to manage my Virgin Galactic options, and I'm happy about that, because there's really only other 3 tickers that I'm playing right now that I really have to think about what I want to do. And I made one mistake, if you want to call it that. It won't be a mistake if we have a green day tomorrow, but I have positions open on AMD. So I have 2 cash good puts that I sold on AMD at the 85 strike value. And as you can see, AMD just sold off all day long. I mean, AMD dropped like a rock. It was down just under 9% for the day, and looks like even after hours it's continuing to drop another 1%. So it's currently trading at 81.56. So I am fairly deep in the money on my AMD cash secured puts at 85. So unless we have a decently green day, at least in terms of AMD tomorrow, I am probably going to get assigned 200 shares of AMD tomorrow, because I have 2 contracts open at the 85 strike. And as you can see, or as you can probably guess, I am deep in the red on those cash secured puts because I sold them for about $37 in premium each, and they're currently trading for $286 in premium because they're in the money. So unless AMD rockets a little bit past 85 tomorrow by end of day, if I don't roll my option, I'm going to get assigned 200 shares of AMD, which, I'm not completely opposed to because I do think AMD will get back up to the mid to high 80s and even past 90 at some point. I'm really hoping that this overall market sell-off was just a blip and not the beginning of a more prolonged sell-off, but only time will tell. My other option, if I don't want to get assigned the shares of AMD, is to roll my option out to the following week or maybe the following 2 weeks or 3 weeks down the line. So right now, if I look at selling cash secured puts on AMD at the 85 strike, which is what my position currently is, you can see it's currently trading for $470. So my option that I currently own is selling for $286, meaning if I want to buy that option back to close the position out, I would have to pay $286. But if I then open up a new position at the 85 strike for the following week, September 11th, I will collect $470 per contract. So I will still get a net credit of $470, which is what I would collect by selling this, minus $286, which is roughly what I would have to pay to close out my current positions. I would still collect an extra $184 by rolling these positions out to the following week. And that's $184 per contract. So I have to do this twice because I have two contracts. So I would collect $368 and have an extra week worth of time for AMD to get back above $85 and hopefully not get assigned shares. But as long as AMD doesn't keep continuing to go down, let's say AMD only gets to $83 by September 11th, well, I can do the same thing and roll it out for another week, again for a little bit more credit, and just keep kind of delaying the assignment of shares until AMD blasts past 85, and then now I'm out of the money. So we'll have to see. I'm very curious to see how AMD and the market is going to open up in the morning tomorrow. If AMD does not look like it's going to get past 85 by end of day tomorrow, I most likely will roll the position out for a credit and give me more time to get my positions out of the money. Because right now, I really don't want to get assigned shares of AMD at 85. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world because, again, short to medium term, I am bullish on AMD, and obviously long term, I'm bullish on them. But I just don't want to end up bag holding shares because right now, it's $8,500 per contract in collateral times 2. So that means I would be bag holding $17,000 in AMD shares potentially, and then I'm already bag holding $1,900 plus $1,900 for my 200 shares of Virgin Galactic. So it's $3,800 I would be bag holding in space, plus the bag holding that I'm going to be doing in AMD if I get assigned those shares, and that's a good chunk of my portfolio. So I wouldn't have much dry powder left to trade with. So I really don't want to bag hold AMD, not because I'm not a fan of the ticker, but just because it would tie up so much of my portfolio. So that's my thought right now on AMD. The best case scenario for me would be if we open up green, we have a big overall market rally tomorrow, and AMD closes above $85. I can collect my max profit, not get assigned any shares, and then live to open up some more cash secured puts the following week maybe. That's the best case scenario. But my plan B right now is to roll the options out. I think getting assigned shares is my plan C. That's what I'm favoring the least right now of my 3 options of how to manage AMD. So that's my thoughts on AMD. Let's take a look at this trade that's just not going to go away. Keeps bothering me and pestering me because no matter what I do to manage this position, it seems like nothing can go right. So I have an iron condor open on QQQ at basically on the put side at 285, 290, and on the call side at 299, 300. So for me to collect max profit on this iron condor, I need the Qs to trade between 290 and 300. And as you can see, currently the Qs are at 285. So initially, I was worried that I was going to get tested and take max loss on the call side. Well, now because of this big sell-off, my call side is actually secure as of right now. And now I'm in the money on the put side. So it's like I can't win with this play. And I'm regretting even opening my brokerage that day because I accidentally placed the naked call trade on QQQ. Then I tried to manage it by making it into a spread. Then I tried to manage it even more by reducing my max loss by opening a put credit spread on the other side to turn into an condor. And it seems like no matter what I do to fiddle with this, it always goes wrong. So after a certain point, I mean, hopefully this trade will be over by tomorrow, but I can manage this the same way. If QQQ is trading below 290 tomorrow, then I can let the call credit side just expire worthless and collect max profit on that side, which is $19 of max profit. You know, not that great, but it's better than zero. And then what I can do is I can also roll the put credit side out to the following week, just like I'm thinking about doing with my AMD options. Because again, I am bullish on QQQ because it's a representation of the tech sector, basically, the NASDAQ 100. So I think, you know, short-term and mid-term, they are going to rally back, but I need QQQ to have more time to rally. So I may roll out my put credit spread side, and I was looking at some of the premiums during the day today. I can roll it out and collect roughly $20 in premium last I checked. So I can collect about 20 bucks and give myself an extra week of time for the Qs to get back up of 290. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Again, if the Qs and the market doesn't rally tomorrow to above 290, again, that would be my best case scenario, that the QQQs trade or close the day tomorrow between 290 and 300, so I can collect max profit on the put credit side and then also the call credit spread. But if that doesn't happen, then I'll let the call credit spread expire worthless, and then I'll probably roll the put credit side out to the following week to give myself more time, because I don't really want to take that loss on the put credit side. I just want this trade to be over with, to be honest with you, but we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. And then lastly, the trade I have on is an NVIDIA put credit spread on that was looking fantastic. I mean, this put credit spread was 520, 515, and NVIDIA this morning was trading at 570s, so I was looking fantastic on that side. But as you can see, NVIDIA sold off about 9.3% during market hours and then another 3% after hours. So I'm looking at taking max loss right now on my NVIDIA put credit spread, which is actually a $500 max loss because my strikes are 520, 515. So they're $5 width apart times 100, that's $500. So right now, I'm actually down $500 on NVIDIA. So same scenario. If NVIDIA doesn't rally a little bit tomorrow to get past 520, I'm also going to look at rolling out that put credit spread to the following week. Because again, I'm bullish on NVIDIA short term and medium term and also long term. But I think I just need a little bit more time for that trade to get out of the money. So right now, I am not looking too good on all of my positions. Right now, I would say my NVIDIA spread is looking the worst because I have the worst max loss on it. QQQs are second worst, and AMD is the least worst. And AMD, I would say it's not that bad, to be honest with you, but this NVIDIA trade is what I'm most worried about. But I can almost guarantee you that anyone that's trading Theta Gang right now, unless you were trading call credit spreads, you are probably in a similar position that I am right now on whatever option trade you made. I know in the Discord server today, a lot of us were just like, watching as our options were going in the red, and just thinking about ways and discussing ways to manage them and what would be the best way. I mean, in all sincerity, the most easiest solution for everyone would just be have a big rally in the market tomorrow, have a green day going into the long weekend, and that would solve all of our problems. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, this is what you have to do with options. You can't have green days every single day. You have to know how to minimize losses and manage your positions. So as always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the YouTube comments below. Better yet, get in the Discord server while you still can, because like I said, our most popular tier only has 1 slot left. Our second most popular tier only has 4 slots left, and our lowest tier still has a few slots left as well. But as you can see, we've only been live for just under a day, so I know there's still a bunch of people that are itching to get in. We had about 500 people in our Discord server before we went paid, so I know we're going to convert a lot of those people. It's just a matter of time. So now is your opportunity to get in while you still can. But as always, happy trading.